costs an arm and a leg is used to describe anything that is considered to be extremely expensive or excessively pricey. If a person thinks the cost of something is unreasonably high, they might use this common idiom to describe the price. The origin of this phrase is unclear. On that note, here are a few guesses as to where it may have come from. One theory is that this saying originated from the early 20th century, possibly during one of the major world wars. The idea being that soldiers, because of their heavy involvement in war and being in the line of fire, can sometimes lose a hand, foot, leg, or arm. Thus, the war could literally cost the person their arm or leg, which is high price to pay. Another guess is that this phrase may simply derive from older expressions that also use arms and legs as ways to describe a high cost. For example, there are expressions that go something like,
I would give my right arm. That dates back to at least the late 18th century. The earliest recording of this is written in a magazine called the Ladies' Magazine in 1790, and it reads, "This is my sole desire, my only passion, and in order to gratify it, I will give my right arm and my entire fortune." Thus, this is a possibility that the phrase cost an arm and a leg comes from older similar expressions like the one mentioned above. Whatever the case, the earliest recording I could find for this particular phrase is around the mid-20th century. An example of that comes from the comics section in the Long Beach Independent newspaper in 1951, where a narrator from one of the comics says, "It cost him an arm and a leg to fix up a rumpus room for Junior."
Of both worlds, James Branch Cable, a famous writer of his time, thought less renowned today, might have well contributed to the popular use of the term when he used it in his novel The Silver Stallion in 1926, when he created a frequently repeated, ironically amusing expression in his own right that said, "The optimistic proclaims that we live in the best of all possible worlds." It's likely that the more frequent modern usage best of both worlds have developed in normal conversational language simply because the expression is commonly used to highlight a challenge or reconciling two situations or opportunities. The best of both worlds refers to a medium or situation that offers the benefits of competing or situation, often without presenting the undesirable aspects of either. Our usage of this phrase is the case of Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. She used it because she wanted to express the situation in which she could have the best of both worlds by being a superstar and a normal person.
Bowing. To break the leg or break a leg is archaic slang for bowing or courtesy. Placing one foot behind the other and bending at the knee breaks the line of the leg. In theater, pleased audience may applaud for an extended time, allowing the cast to take multiple curtain calls, bowing to the audience. The Greek origin. In the time of ancient Greece, people didn't clap. Instead, they stamped for their appreciation, and if they stamp long enough, they will break a leg. Or some will have it that term originated during Elizabethan times when, instead of applause, the audience will bang their chairs on the ground, and if they don't like it enough, the leg of the chair will break.
Hi, my idiom is be glad to see the back of. That means to be happy, to leave something or someone that is unpleasant, and it comes from the British language and it's informal. Thank you for listening.